Hey, it's Jill Broadbent, and today I'm making a layout using this ice cream cup file as my main focal point. This is available in the August collection, and I sized it up pretty large because I wanted to use that open space as the frame for my photo. And I started by just going ahead with the awning and cutting out the different pieces of cardstock in the collection to mat those little scalloped pieces. And now I'm just trying to decide what the background is going to be, but I'm not quite sure yet, so I don't commit to anything until I kind of plan out the rest. Now for the truck portion, I wanted to use a little bit of pattern, and so I went to the Project Life collection because even though there are some duplicate patterns in the 12 by 12, they are smaller in scale. And so for the smaller piece of area that I have to fill, I liked the smaller scale patterns to fill in that space. So I try a few different ones, and I really like that pink with the white little flecks on it. And so that's the one I go with. And I feel like it really helps to bring in just a little bit of pattern where the top part is mostly cardstock. So I'm just adhering that and trimming it to fit right into that open space. And then as I go to embellish this page, I love that 12 by 12 pattern paper with all the beautiful florals on it. There are so many cool designs on this. And I loved the idea of just going ahead and fussy cutting out some of those flowers. So I've come in and I pulled out on the Pocket Life card as well, the same exact pattern, but on a smaller scale. So again, I'm going to have a variety of these different flowers in different sizes that are really going to help me make some really pretty clusters. So I went ahead and cut out some chunks of the papers and then took the time to just fussy cut those. They were really easy to trim out, and I've got different sized leaves, different colors of leaves, and the flowers in multiple sizes. So I just think it'll look really cute to kind of put floral clusters on each side of the truck. And so I've kind of planning out what I want, where I want to put them, and then I love all the embellishments in the collection this month. There are so many fun options, and so it's kind of hard to even narrow down what I want to use. There's so many cool things. But I thought it would be really fun to bring in those chipboard fruit slices. Even though this is an ice cream layout, I think those fruit pieces just really bring an element of fun and color and kind of bring a little flavor to it as well. So I'm mixing in some of those chipboard pieces, and I love this little pennant, this little kind of award detail, and so I want to use that somewhere. I found that little word so fun, and I thought it would look cute at the top of the truck, and it's green to match that other piece of cardstock. So again, I'm just kind of shopping through. There are so many fun embellishments. You'll definitely want to check out that embellishment kit and see all the options that pair so beautifully with the main kit. So now that I've planned out my embellishments, I feel like I really want to use this plaid pattern as the background. I love the white space on it, and I like that little extra touch of pattern that will kind of make everything pop. But I also think it will look cool if I mat it then on that yellow. So I'm just trimming down the plaid, and then I'll mount it onto the yellow cardstock. And then I just take it over to my sewing machine to give it a quick little frame of white thread. So now I'm ready to start attaching things. I mat the entire ice cream truck with some foam so that it pops up just a little bit off the layout. And I also went in and added some white cardstock in between that little swirl to kind of make that pop up as well. So now it's time to just start embellishing. This is the fun part where you really get to just play with and design and pull in different pieces. I started with the fruit slices because I want them to be the background layer, and they are chipboard where the other pieces are cut from pattern paper. So it's giving me a little dimension. So certain things I'm popping up with some foam tape, while others I'm laying flat and tucking them behind. So there's a lot of texture and layers happening within these floral clusters as well. I loved the leaves that were white with the pink etching on them. And I keep going to those embellishments to see if I can use those ice cream pieces. And I kind of just love this being the fruits and florals. And so I'll keep trying, but I ultimately end up leaving kind of the literal ice cream pieces off of this particular layout. But I'll use them because they are adorable. So now I'm coming over to the right side and building that other cluster, starting again with the fruit, and then I'm mixing in those flowers that are the smaller scale that were on the Project Life paper, which gives me, again, just a little bit more variety. So I'm nestling in the different leaves, the flowers, And again, it's just kind of a playing around game. You've just got to keep trying different things, eyeballing it, standing back for a second to see how you're liking the balance. And I just spend a little bit of time, but I actually enjoy that process a lot, playing with and putting things down and moving them around. And then I forgot I really want to use that little ribbon kind of pennant piece. And so then when I go to use that, it's a little tight with those florals. And so I end up scooting down the florals so that that whole right side kind of becomes one embellishment cluster, so that the ribbon is just right there along the side, and then those flowers kind of tuck up and under it. And I really like how that looks because it's going to make it all feel like one kind of visual area, but that little ribbon kind of brings in something unique and fun. So as I keep looking, I decide the wheels need a little center, and there are the gold metallic looking hearts. I also tried some fruit from the foam stickers. Again, so many options. There's no wrong way here. But ultimately I did like that little touch of gold. Some of those embellishments have gold on them as well. And so it's just bringing in a little more touch of that actual shine. And so I commit to those and glue them right into the centers. And then I scatter some of the puffy hearts from the puffy sticker sheet. So many cute things on that puffy sticker sheet. I can't wait to use it even more. So now looking at the title, I want to add a little bit of embellishment here and kind of make that title piece pop. And so I'm grabbing a white jelly roll and just adding some detail, some white little swooshes, and I make them a little thicker and then into thinner little strokes so that it kind of gives it some movement and kind of makes those feel like bubble letters a little bit. And then I'm also adding some little dots to give it just some fun whimsy and detail. So I go through the entire title and add these white little strokes. I think it adds so much to it and really gives some emphasis to that piece that was just plain cardstock. So as I'm doing this, I just want to remind you that the cut files are available in multiple different ways. If you are a subscriber to Hip Kit Club, then you get access to the cut files for free, and there are hundreds on the website, so you are definitely going to want to check that out. That is a huge benefit of being a member of the Hip Kit Club. And then also, if you are interested, you can buy them by the month, and so you can buy the entire bundle for the month, and you can buy them individually. So lots of different ways to access these amazing cut files that are unique to the Hip Kit Club. So again, once I got the jelly roll out, I just keep going because it's so fun to add that little white detail, and you'll be able to see it more in the close-ups. I also go through on the awning at the top of the ice cream truck and add, again, just little strokes and dots that just bring in a tiny bit of detail, but I think it was really worth that extra time and effort. It didn't take long at all, by the way. So that is kind of the end of the detail. The last thing I want to do is add my journaling. And so I'm looking for different things in the collection that I might want to add the journaling to. So then I come into that Pocket Life card that I already started cutting apart for the fussy cutting, and there's another strip on there that has some journaling strips. So I go ahead and trim that up. I add my journaling. I put a little foam mat underneath. I was trying to use the white gel pen, but it didn't show up on that pink, so I grabbed a darker pink pen to add my journaling. And then I'm just going to cut those little strips apart and add them to the layout to finish it off. But if you look through all of the different components in your collections, you will see so many different opportunities for journaling spots, for patterns, for different things you can turn into tags or layers. There are just so many beautiful elements in each of the collections. So I'm deciding where to put it, and I think it all just fits nice, nestled under the ice cream truck in between the two wheels. So a quick little sentiment, and I add that. I hope you liked seeing this entire layout come together. I really enjoyed the challenge of using that cut file as the focal point for my entire layout. Scaling it up so large that it became the frame for my photo was a really fun design element that I'd never tried before, and so I hope you'll give it a try and use these cut files in really fun, creative ways. Thanks for joining me today, and be sure that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel so that you don't miss any future videos. There are constantly new videos being posted with so much inspiration. And if you're interested in any of the products that are shown here, be sure to visit hipkitclub.net. Thanks for joining me today.